Welcome to Tokyo, the city that never stops moving. From the bright lights of Shibuya to hidden ramen spots and tiny alleys, we're diving headfirst into everything this city has to offer. This is our Tokyo. Seen, heard, and felt through every moment. Welcome to our Tokyo adventure, where we get lost, eat too much, and try not to embarrass ourselves on camera. Let's go.
Japan.
Japan, baby. Tired.
Yep, just touched down in Tokyo. We're tired, but running on pure excitement. The city hits you right away. Neon lights, busy streets, and that organized chaos that somehow just works. Welcome to Kabukicho, Tokyo's wild side. People out like it's 2 p.m. and not 2 a.m.
Hey, where are you?
We're in the land of the rising sun.
And up there, the Godzilla head, just chilling on top of the building, judging everyone's life choices. Probably ours too. And we swear he made eye contact.
Ramen.
Oh yeah, did we mention that we were hungry too? Mildly dehydrated, but mostly starving for one thing. Ichiran Ramen. After we checked into the hotel, our mission was simple. Find that red Ichiran sign. Alright, this place is kind of like the ramen equivalent of a blockbuster movie. Big production, big fan base. And this solo booth experience is definitely unique. Alright, Ichiran, famous one everyone talks about. Let's see what the hype is all about. But first, Steph's obligatory Instagram pic. Alright, here's my take. Smooth broth, perfectly chewy noodles, delicious, iconic, worth trying at least once. But between you and me, I've had ramen that left a bigger impression, that really blew me away. But still, worth checking off the Tokyo list.
Godzilla.
And there's Godzilla, again, watching over Shinjuku. It's like he's guarding the city, or judging our jet lag level. Either way, we're officially in Tokyo, and this is the perfect welcome. The Shinjuku 3D cat. It's on a continuous display from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. And this main cat channel animation plays every 15 minutes. Now I think this 3D cat is the real MVP of Shinjuku. Sorry Godzilla, you've been replaced. And now we're here in Golden Gai, Tokyo's legendary alleyway of tiny bars, neon lights, and absolutely zero idea on how to pick which one to go into, which, honestly, is part of the fun. It's like a secret city hidden inside Shinjuku, full of character, music, and people who clearly know all the good stories. Walking through here feels like being in a movie. If Tokyo has a secret heartbeat, this is it. Loud, colorful, chaotic, and 100% Instagrammable. At this point, we're running on fumes, so time to find a bed before we start sleepwalking through Tokyo. So, we'll see you tomorrow.
It was the pivotal year for our nations, and 1868, the Edo shogunate gave up his political power. Actual power, and they decided to return.
Well, day 2. Good morning. And here is the statue of Kusunoki Masashige, Japan's ultimate samurai of loyalty. This guy literally became a legend for always having his emperor's back. Talk about commitment.
Imperial Palace Garden.
Giant bonsai trees.
So, we made it to the Imperial Palace. Surrounded by gardens and moats, super grand, super historic, and completely off limits. Yeah, turns out you can't actually go inside unless you're, the emperor. Guess we'll settle for the view from the gate for now. Yup, no entry, no tours, just us pretending that we're important enough to be invited in. Or maybe, if I goof around enough, I can get my royal invitation. As a jester. Nah. It's such a shame. But, at least we got to admire the Nijubashi Bridge from afar. Now we get to explore one of Tokyo's most iconic landmarks, the Tokyo Tower. Let's check it out. As you get closer, the tower's bright and red-white structure really stands out against the Tokyo skyline. It's actually inspired by the Eiffel Tower, but slightly taller, a symbol of Japan's post-war rebirth and modern growth. Inside, it's surprisingly lively. Souvenir shops, cafes, and exhibits all around. We grabbed our tickets and hopped on the elevator to the main observation deck. The ride up only takes a few seconds, but you can already feel the excitement building. And wow, from up here, you get a full 360-degree view of Tokyo. You can see the Tokyo Skytree in the distance, and even Mount Fuji on a clear day. Such a breathtaking mix of city and sky. As the sun starts to set, the city lights slowly come alive, and Tokyo Tower itself begins to glow. It's a whole different vibe at night. Romantic, calm, and so photogenic. And here's a fun fact. Next to the tower is the Sensoji Temple. It was a family temple for the Tokugawa shoguns, who ruled Japan from 1600 to 1868 during the Edo period. And some of those shoguns are buried here. And this temple is also one of 2 main temples of the Jodushu sect of Buddhism. There's also a glass floor area called the skywalk window, where you can look straight down, if you're brave enough. My legs definitely felt a little shaky, but it was worth it. It's only 150 meters up, but trust me, when you're standing on it, it feels way higher. I stepped right onto it, trying to act cool, but the second I looked down, my stomach did a little flip. You can see the cars and tiny people moving underneath you, and it's such a surreal feeling. And Steph, on the other hand, was brave in spirit but not in heights.
Yeah, actually, it was. It has a plan. It had a plan to place it not horizontally but vertically. Idea, and then they put it for a shopping street near around here. So, but they have something in common. What I want to say is that all the Sky Tree Towers. That's the one.
Our next stop, Asakusa. We're here to visit Sensoji Temple, Tokyo's oldest and most famous Buddhist temple. It's such a peaceful yet powerful atmosphere. You can grab a fortune paper, shake the omikuji box, and see what kind of luck you've got for the year.
It's in the English version. And if it is a good luck, you can keep it as a lucky charm or something.
And you can truly feel the energy. Street vendors, traditional shops, and the classic red temple architecture in the distance. So we wandered off a little bit to find some street food. And that's when we spotted it, snow crab on a stick.
8.
They were freshly grilled right in front of you, with that buttery aroma that stops you in your tracks.
Thank you. So keep no doubt. This way, okay?
Arigato gozaimasu.
One of the best parts about exploring Tokyo, you can go from ancient temples to skyscraper views and then find yourself standing on a busy street eating snow crab off a stick.
Sarap.
In that moment of silence after her first bite, you know it's legit. When no one's talking, just eating.
Sarap. It's very good.
Okay.
After the crab, we thought we were done eating, but of course, that didn't last long. Just a few stalls down, we found this little stand selling ice cream inside warm bread. Yeah, warm bread and cold ice cream. Sounds weird, but trust me, it's genius. So they take this freshly baked melon pan, kind of like a sweet crispy bun, slice it open, and drop a scoop of your choice of ice cream. In our case, matcha ice cream in the middle.
What do you call that?
I don't know, matcha.
First bite.
I took the first bite and just froze for a second. It was that good. The bread's still warm, the ice cream's melting into it. I didn't even have words. I just went, Steph and I weren't even talking anymore. Just standing there on the sidewalk, both of us going, after every bite. That's when you know it's serious.
Taco. Taco. Taco, taco. What are you almost finishing, babe?
Pandesal and dirty ice cream.
Matcha dirty ice cream. That's so good.
Then we stumbled across a takoyaki stall. You know, those little dough balls with octopus inside, cooked on a griddle. And the guy making them looked exactly like Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid. Calm, serious, total Zen energy. Just master of the takoyaki arts. And you can tell this wasn't his first batch. Dude's been training for this moment his whole life. Steph and I just stood there mesmerized, half hungry, half waiting for him to say, wax on, flip off.
Arigato. Takoyaki.
Takoyaki.
Looky.
Taco Tuesdays.
See, testing takoyaki.
And of course, the takoyaki turned out perfect. Crispy outside, molten inside, with just the right kick of sauce and bonito flakes on top. Miyagi-san would definitely approve.
Lift it up and let me
Good,
see
but
the
it's
thing.
hot.
Yeah. Freshly cooked, diba?
See the octopus in there.
Yeah.
Octopus.
Let me see. Oh, look at the
Octopus ball.
octopus right there. Yeah.
From snow crabs to ice cream buns to takoyaki. At this point, she just looked at me and said, "This is dangerous." She wasn't wrong. As we got closer to the main hall, the crowd really started to build up. The smell of incense got stronger. And of course, we gotta try the incense ritual for good luck, though the wind blew all the smoke right into Steph's face. Talk about instant spiritual cleansing.
You wired it off the evil spirits.
spirits.
When it was my turn, I figured I'd go all in. Grabbed a big handful of smoke and rubbed it all over my head like I was getting a spiritual shampoo. If it really brings wisdom, I'm covering all bases. Steph was cracking up next to me, but hey, can't hurt to double up on blessings, right? After we finished at the big incense burner, Steph walked straight over to the purification fountain like a total pro. And she knew exactly what to do. Grabbed a ladle, poured water over her hands, super graceful, like she's done this 100 times before. So I decided to join in. I washed my hands, did the rinse, and then just to mess with her, I pretended I was about to pour the water over my head, and she gave me that look of "don't you dare" face. But at least I got the lady behind me to smile. So hey, maybe I'm spreading blessings in more ways than one.
Holy water.
You could feel this wave of people. Locals, tourists, families, and everyone wanting the same glimpse of Tokyo's oldest temple. Steph and I were doing this little sidestep dance, trying not to bump into anyone while taking it all in. The sound of coins clinking in the offering boxes echoed throughout the hall. And there was this constant low hum of prayers and camera shutters. It's busy, shoulder to shoulder, but somehow it still feels peaceful. By the time we finished all the rituals, oh man, it hit me just how hot and humid it was.
Someone needs to cool off.
So I did what any rational person would do.
Refreshing.
Right after stepping out from Sensoji Temple's main hall, we were led to this bustling, historic shopping street known as Nakamise Street. The moment you step in, you're hit with sights, smells, and sounds from every direction. Everywhere you looked, something's calling your name. And then we spotted these glossy red candied strawberries on a stick. They looked way too perfect to pass up. And Steph's eyes went wide after the first bite.
What? Crunchy?
And when we bit into them, that crunchy sugar shell cracked open to the super fresh, juicy strawberry inside.
First vending machine purchase.
Water.
Just water, being cheap.
Mineral water.
After visiting Sensoji, we wandered around to explore more of Asakusa. The area around the temple has this amazing mix of old and new. Narrow side streets, traditional shops, little cafes, and that old town Tokyo charm you can't find anywhere else. We started spotting these rickshaws, sleek black ones pulled by super fit guys in traditional outfits trotting gracefully through the streets. These guys give rides in a mini guided tour of the area. But Steph and I just didn't feel like having them pull both of us.
Oh, where do you want to go? Here, over there. Don Quixote?
Uniqlo or Donkey? Your choice.
I don't know, I'm stuck.
We can go to both.
Yeah.
As we kept walking, we came across this classic Tokyo crossroads moment. Uniqlo on one side of the street and Don Quixote on the other.
Don Quixote?
Huh?
Now the green. Why? Matcha.
Matcha aisle in a donkey.
Matcha.
Machadong mahal.
So we picked Don Quixote for now. Uniqlo can wait till Osaka. Besides, nothing says Tokyo experience like getting lost in a store that sells both wagyu beef and Pikachu pajamas.
That turns into this.
And of course, we sat for a few minutes enjoying the green matcha goodness while planning our next move. And that's dinner. So we hopped on the train back to Shinjuku, one part exhausted, one part caffeinated, another part pretending to understand the Japanese train map, and 100% ready for dinner.
Turn left.
We made it back to Shinjuku thanks to our trusty guide Google Maps. It led us to Omoide Yokocho, this tiny alleyway packed with tiny bars and yakitori stalls.
Turn right. Turn left.
Steph was mesmerized by all the little signs and lanterns, and I was mesmerized by the smell and the idea of trying every yakitori stall before we leave. We didn't want to overdo it. After all, we had a dinner reservation at an Omakase sushi spot in about an hour. So instead of yakitori, we decided to just enjoy a couple of lemon sour cocktails at one of the tiny bars in Omoide Yokocho. Steph sipped hers like a pro. I sipped mine while pretending I knew the proper way to toast in Japanese. And oh man, these lemon sours hit just the right spot. Refreshing, slightly tart, and perfect for soaking in the atmosphere of this tiny alley. Lanterns overhead, Smoke curling from the grills, locals chatting at the counter. It's basically Tokyo in a nutshell. And we just watched the little alley come alive around us. It's moments like this that make wandering through Tokyo so much fun. Tiny drinks, big vibes.
Meters to your next turn.
I know.
After finishing our lemon sours, we made our way through the Shinjuku night toward our Omakase sushi restaurant,
It's about 124 meters to your next turn.
still guided by our friend Google Maps. The streets were glowing, people and cars zipping by everywhere. Classic Shinjuku energy. As we walked, we passed by something we did not expect. A quiet little cemetery tucked right in the middle of the city. One moment, you're in a neon jungle. The next, you're beside ancient stone markers and tombstones. Only in Tokyo does a cemetery just casually coexist next to a convenience store. Yep, Tokyo really has everything. We kept going and ended up arriving at the restaurant a little early.
You wait.
Omakase.
The place was small, warm, and tucked between two buildings. The kind of spot you'd walk past if you didn't know it was there. Since we were early, we peeked through the window, and there he was, the sushi chef already preparing parts of the course. Omakase basically means I leave it up to you in Japanese. It's a style of dining where you trust the chef completely. No choosing from a menu, no guessing what's next.
Oh, yes.
The chef decides everything and serves the dishes based on what's fresh and what's seasonal. Once the meal started, the courses just kept coming. One after another. Sushi, sashimi, tiny appetizers. Things we couldn't even name but tasted amazing.
What is it?
It felt like every time we thought, okay, that has to be the last one,
House Meg.
the chef would quietly slide another plate in front of us like, surprise, round 12. By course 15, Steph was tapping out. She literally threw the invisible white flag.
Good.
Meanwhile, I was over here fighting for my life, determined not to leave a single piece behind.
So this is sashimi.
Sashimi.
Yellowtail and maki.
Ah.
I was fully committed. I was mentally preparing for battle with every bite. Because this whole beautiful parade of sushi was only $65 per person. 65 in Tokyo.
So kampyo is looks like a big cucumber. And so boiled with soy sauce and sugar.
But somehow, someway, I powered through. I don't know if it was pride or the stubborn belief that you never waste good sushi. But I finished every last piece. And honestly, no regrets. Just a full stomach and a small food coma. Day 3, the next morning, still recovering from our 20-course sushi marathon, we grabbed a taxi and headed straight to Teamlab Borderless. The taxi ride itself was super chill, just cruising through Tokyo while Steph and I tried to mentally prepare for whatever wild, trippy light show magic was waiting for us inside. Teamlab Borderless is not your typical art museum. It's an immersive digital art world. Instead of painting on walls, they use light, sound, motion sensors, and huge projections to create rooms that react to you. No frames, no boundaries, no set path. You just wander, explore, and get lost in this endless digital universe. As soon as we walked inside, it felt like we left Tokyo and stepped straight into another universe.
Photo. Oh my god. Oh, this is
The first room we stepped into was a microcosmosis room. The room was filled with these glowing, moving orbs rolling around on little magnetic tracks, each one lighting up in different colors as they passed by. Next up was the Sketch Aquarium, which honestly might be one of the coolest ideas ever. You walk into this room where an entire giant digital ocean is projected on the walls. Glowing fish, jellyfish, sea creatures floating all around like a living mural.
Someone's having a lot of fun.
But the best part, you get to add your own creature to the ocean. They hand you a coloring sheet, you draw and color a fish, a turtle, whatever you want, and they can scan it and it literally swims out onto the wall with all the others. Steph went full Picasso.
My colorful turtle.
And made this cute, colorful turtle. I, on the other hand, created something that would make my Filipino peeps proud, and it's not a confused sea potato.
Are you ready to release it?
Release.
Release.
But guess what? They scanned them anyway, and boom, our masterpieces came to life, watching them pop onto the screen and immediately bump into another fish like they had no idea where they were going. Yeah, that was our proud moment.
Yes, it's so cute.
Steph's turtle glided around elegantly. Mine just existed.
There's my turtle and there's pufferfish.
It was wholesome, it was adorable, and honestly, seeing your doodle become part of this giant moving aquarium is low-key magical.
You having fun?
Bye, fishy.
The next room we hit was the famous Crystal Room. Thousands of LED lights hanging around you, mirrors everywhere, music playing softly. You feel like you're walking inside a giant diamond. We eventually wandered into the flower meadow room. Steph walked in and immediately melted into the vibe, like she had been waiting her entire life to be adopted by a flower meadow. It felt like walking into a field of digital wildflowers. The walls and floors were covered in blooming petals, shifting colors, and light so soft it practically whispered at you. Everything moved in slow waves, like the whole room was breathing.
It'll be hard to see.
I know. Yeah.
And this is what I can only describe as the bubble room. It felt like we stepped into a giant glowing soap bubble. The whole space was filled with floating orbs of light that pulsed and shifted colors like they were breathing. The best part was the feeling. It was peaceful, dreamy, and somehow made you feel like you were floating too. Definitely one of those rooms you don't want to leave, even though we nearly walked into the wall trying to find the exit. And of course, we couldn't skip the Teamlab tea house. This place is wild. You sit down with a bowl of tea and a bowl of matcha ice cream, and the moment the staff puts them on your table, blooming digital flowers burst out of them like magic.
It knows where the bowls of the ice cream is. Food's moving. It's alive.
It's alive.
The flowers float up, scatter, reform, and react to your movement. If you pick the cup up, the petals scatter away. When you set it down, new ones grow. It's peaceful, mesmerizing, and honestly, one of the most unique experiences in the whole museum.
The keys.
Then we stepped into the flower room and immediately felt like we walked straight into a living, breathing garden made of light. Flowers were blooming everywhere, on the walls, on the floors, petals drifting past us like we were standing inside an endless spring. There was this huge digital waterfall that cascaded down from the ceiling, flowing around the rocks and down the floor. We just sat and stood there for a moment, soaking it in, watching the petals float and swirl around us. It felt like one of those scenes from a movie where time slows down, except we're in Tokyo, inside a projection room, trying not to get emotional. After Teamlab Borderless melted our brains in the best way possible, we hopped on a train to Shibuya.
線はお乗り換えです。電車とホームの間が空いているところがありますので、足元にご注意ください。The next station.
Oh my god, it's so hot.
This is Scramble right there. Shibuya!
And here we are at the Shibuya Scramble. But we didn't explore it too much yet. We're saving the chaos for later. But since we're already starving, we did what any hungry traveler would do. We crossed the scramble with purpose. Not for culture, not for sightseeing, but for food. And we already made plans to come back here later, after we get some yummy in our tummy.
Deep fried squid, deep fried blowfish, deep fried crab. Yes.
And that yummy goodness was waiting for us at Katsu Seibu, a conveyor belt sushi spot just a short walk away. The moment we stepped inside and saw plates drifting by like little edible UFOs, we knew we made the right choice. And the star of the entire conveyor belt arrived, the deep-fried crab. I picked it up and a dramatic, angelic soundtrack started playing in my head. Golden, crispy, perfect.
This is your
Liver.
foie gras.
Tastes like a liver pate.
Okay, good.
Liver pate.
Approved.
Between bites, we were grabbing anything that caught our eye. Grilled shrimp, fried stuff, even the crispy tiny crabs.
Oh, so cute.
Not only do some plates slide by on the conveyor belt, but the dishes you order come to you on mini Shinkansen train trays.
Seared fatty tuna.
Yes, an actual tiny bullet train delivers your sushi straight to your seat.
Take the train back. Send it back.
By the end of lunch, we were stuffed, happy, and probably a little obsessed with how convenient and delicious conveyor belt sushi is. Definitely a spot to remember if you're in Shibuya and starving. After absolutely destroying that conveyor belt sushi, we rolled ourselves back outside to face the Shibuya Scramble again. The energy out there is unreal. People crossing from every direction like a synchronized chaos dance. We joined in, of course, this time fully fed and way more ready to appreciate the madness. I kept looking around
Watch out, babe.
and even walking backwards in awe, thinking, how does nobody bump into each other? It's like controlled chaos, Tokyo style.
Shibuya Scramble. There's the Mario Kart. Mario Kart.
And there goes the Mario Karts. Did we just unlock a hidden level? Once we survived the crossing, we made our way towards Meiji Jingu Shrine.
Ooh, running shot.
I'm coming.
The moment you walk away from the scramble and into the tree-lined path, it feels like Tokyo suddenly switches from hyper city mode to peaceful nature retreat. Then we reached one of the coolest sights along the path, the wall of sake barrels. Hundreds of colorful sake barrels stacked in neat rows, donated by sake brewers from all over Japan. And of course, we had to stop and admire them. Because when do you ever see this much alcohol in one place without it being a college party? Steph was taking aesthetic photos, and I was just standing there trying to look cultured, while secretly wondering how heavy one of these barrels actually is. In Japan, a shrine gate called a torii is a traditional gateway that marks the entrance to the Shinto shrine. Torii gates symbolize the transition from the mundane world to the sacred space of the shrine and are believed to ward off evil spirits.
Meiji Jingu.
Meiji Jingu is one of Tokyo's most important Shinto shrines. It's dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin, who played huge roles in modernizing Japan. People come here to pray, to write wishes on wooden plaques, or just to enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. It's a place where tradition, history, and nature all blend together beautifully. But when we finally reached the courtyard near the main shrine, we realized something. Everyone was walking out. Turns out it was closing time. Staff members were gently but very clearly ushering everyone toward the exit. We didn't even get a chance to see the main shrine up close.
Well, at least we got to see it pretty much.
But that just means we have to come back here again someday.
Cleansed. Your turn to cleanse. And then wash your hands again. Gusto ko naman doon. Every pat
After wandering through the peaceful forest path of Meiji Jingu, we made our way back to Shibuya, and this time we wanted to experience the scramble at night. The whole area was glowing. Giant billboards, neon signs, screens flashing everywhere, crowds buzzing with energy.
Babe, you're gonna cross Shibuya Crossing? Look at that.
We're almost there.
It's like Times Square, but somehow cleaner, brighter, and way cooler.
You're honking.
Once the light turned green, boom, hundreds of people stormed the intersection from every direction. It's organized chaos at its finest. Steph and I jumped in too, weaving through the crowds like pros, feeling tiny, but also part of this massive electric moment. And me, I decided this was the perfect time to try a moonwalk in the busiest crossing on Earth. Except for that one lady who wondered why a grown man was moving backwards in public. But hey, I landed the moonwalk. No collisions, a tiny bit of dignity intact. Steph crossed to the center and just stood there for a second, soaking it all in. The lights, the noise, the energy, the pure Tokyo vibe. Nighttime Shibuya Crossing hits different. After surviving the scramble again, we headed over to visit the one and only Hachiko, the loyal dog statue that everyone knows from that heartbreaking story. Steph and I grabbed a cute photo with him, and I gave him a pat. If any dog deserves eternal respect, it's definitely Hachiko. After all that exploring, we finally admitted it was time to refill our tummies. So we ducked into a nearby izakaya, one of those cozy Japanese pubs where the menu's full of delicious small plates. Got some yakitori skewers, fried chicken, and of course, a couple of ice-cold drinks to celebrate surviving Shibuya again, before calling it an eventful night. Day 4, and we woke up hungry on purpose, because today was all about one thing: Tsukiji Market. It's a legendary food paradise where breakfast is always seafood and nobody complains. There's energy, narrow alleys packed with vendors, sizzling grills, fresh sushi, seafood on ice, people everywhere, and the smell of grilled goodness floating through the air like a divine invitation. But of course, the very first stall that caught Steph's eye was in the wagyu skewers. She zeroed in on the rice dumplings like a heat-seeking missile. These little rice balls were filled with warm, sweet goodness. It was the perfect sweet kickoff to our Tsukiji adventure. Refreshing, chewy, warm, and entirely responsible for us eating way too much the rest of the day.
Must be really
As we kept walking, I suddenly heard something, a little voice calling out to me. And no, it wasn't Steph this time. It was a stall selling wagyu beef topped with fresh uni on a skewer. So, of course, I walked straight up.
What are you gonna get, babe?
Handed over my yen without hesitation.
You want number 14?
Okay, thank you. 14! Yeah, thank you.
Okay. That looks good.
If it looks good, it must be good.
I took the first bite, and it melted instantly, like butter, like a cloud, like wagyu had just given me a hug from the inside.
You're enjoying too much.
Steph just shook her head because she knew when wagyu calls, I answer. And then we saw it, the giant prawn cracker. We had to try it, no hesitation.
What'd you get? Prawn crackers?
The prawn cracker.
The vendor handed it over like she was awarding us a prize for bravery. It was warm, crispy, and smelled like roasted seafood perfection.
Four shrimp.
I don't even know how to describe it other than imagine a regular senbei cracker, now multiply it by like 8. This thing was the size of my entire face.
Now this one. Ebi fry. What? Ebi fry.
Then came the ebi fry, golden, perfectly breaded shrimp on a stick. Steph and I shared it immediately. And the first bite, crunchy on the outside, tender and juicy inside. At this point, I was starting to think I might need a second stomach just for Tsukiji.
Can I get some grilled oysters? What? Grilled oysters?
And my eyes locked on to the grilled oysters. My mouth was watering before I even picked one up. Smoky, juicy, and glistening on the grill. I could practically hear them calling my name.
I'm eating for these grilled oysters. I follow you. Go inside. Let Let me see.
Briny, buttery, smoky, every flavor hitting at once. Steph was just laughing at me, watching me devour it like it was the first oyster in human history.
Fresh wasabi.
After all the savory bites, Steph spotted Solotsuki and immediately zeroed in on the strawberry daifuku. Also, very photogenic, so of course, we had to snap a few shots before devouring them.
Mochi black sesame.
Soft, pillowy mochi wrapped around a sweet, black bean filling with a fresh, juicy strawberry inside.
Get to the strawberry part later.
Basically, dessert perfection in a single bite.
I get the strawberry part.
Sweet, refreshing, and just enough to balance out all the fried and grilled goodness we had had earlier. And these high-tech vending machines aren't your average soda dispensers.
Yep. Cafe latte for me, please. Suica.
I went full-tech mode, pulling out my watch to pay with my Suica card. One tap, a little beep, and the drink was mine.
Did you get my cafe latte? Yes, he did. Thank you, baby.
Do you remember the wagyu and uni skewers earlier? There was no way I was leaving Tokyo without having one more.
Round 2. So good I had to get it another round before we leave.
They recognized you too.
And it was just as good as the first.
This is, it's worth the $36.
Buttery, insanely flavorful.
Melts in your mouth.
It was the perfect final round before saying goodbye to Tsukiji. We made our way back to Shinjuku for dinner and found ourselves outside Fuunji, waiting for it to open. Fuunji is one of Tokyo's most famous ramen spots.
This is not the place that...
But here, it's just not regular ramen. It's skewers.
Kirin here today.
For anyone who's new to it, skewers is basically ramen's cooler cousin. Instead of noodles swimming in soup, you get them served separately. Thick, chewy noodles on one side and this rich, concentrated dipping broth on the other. You dip the noodles in the broth, slurp, and repeat.
Enjoying your dipping ramen.
It's messy, it's fun, and it's ridiculously good.
Dipping. Good?
On our way back to the hotel, we walked past Shinjuku Station, or, as I like to call it, the Bermuda Triangle of Tokyo. It is busy, like world's busiest station busy.
Chaos.
Business people, tourists, students, commuters, everyone on a mission.
Chaos.
Last night in Shinjuku. Last night in Tokyo.
Our last night in Tokyo, it hit us how much we'd seen, how much we'd eaten, and the feeling of not wanting this to end. We walked back slowly, trying to make the moment last. Our feet were tired, our stomachs were full, and our hearts, honestly, a little fuller too. Breakfast. Egg salad sandwich. The next morning, we woke up a little tired, a little emotional that this was our last Tokyo wake up. And of course, we had to start the day with one of the greatest gifts Japan has ever given mankind, the Family Mart egg salad sandwich. Equally as good, if not better, than 7-Eleven's. It's soft, fluffy, creamy, and honestly, if they sold these back home, I'd never cook breakfast again. As we packed our bags and get ready to leave Tokyo, we took one last look out the window, grateful, full, and already missing it. But don't go anywhere, because the journey is just getting started. Next stop, Hakone. Stay tuned, it's going to be amazing.